All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into practical ways to live healthier. And we're going to be using this super interesting article from Halodoc,
Oh yeah, Halodoc.
which is, a popular Indonesian health platform. I think for our listeners, this is going to be pure gold because I know you guys love actionable advice, not just vague tips, right? So
Exactly.
we're going to extract all the good stuff from this article and give you concrete steps you can use.
Let's do it.
All right, so before we jump into the how to live healthier, I want to start with the why.
Okay, yeah.
Because, I mean, you hear this all the time, right? Eat better, exercise more.
Yeah.
But honestly, why does it even matter? Is it really that big a deal?
Well, this article cites some World Health Organization stats, and they're actually pretty eye-opening. Unhealthy diets and just not getting enough exercise are some of the biggest health risks out there globally.
Wow.
Yeah, we're talking major contributors to things like diabetes, heart disease,
Yeah.
and even cancer.
Oh, wow. So those are some serious consequences.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of scary how easy it is to slip into those unhealthy habits, right? Like, think about it. Technology has made it so easy to just like order takeout and sit around all day.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like our modern lifestyle is so convenient, but
Yeah.
it's kind of working against us in some ways.
Yeah. So that's definitely motivation to pay attention.
For sure.
So let's get into the good stuff here. What does the Halodoc article recommend for actually living healthier?
So they break it down into 5 key steps.
5.
5, yeah. First up, and this is where a lot of people have trouble, is eating a balanced diet.
Ah, yes.
And the article actually says this healthy living method is unfortunately quite difficult to implement.
Ah, wow. So they get it.
They get it, yeah. And it's not just about, surviving.
Right.
It's about giving your body what it needs to actually thrive.
Okay.
So we're talking
Yeah.
protein, carbs, fiber,
Yep.
all those good minerals and vitamins.
Okay.
Got to get them all.
So food isn't just fuel. It's like
It's like premium fuel.
premium fuel, yeah, to like optimize your system.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the article gets really interesting. They suggest keeping a food diary. I challenge you guys, try this for a week.
Oh, yeah.
Just write down everything you eat, and I guarantee you'll be surprised by what you discover about your own habits.
You'll learn a lot. It's all about awareness.
Yeah.
The article even goes a step further, too. It talks about how the way you cook your food actually impacts the nutrients.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's not just what you eat, it's how you prepare it.
Huh. I never really thought about that.
It's a game changer, I'm telling you. Different techniques like steaming versus roasting,
Yeah?
they can preserve or destroy certain nutrients.
Oh, okay. So, like, is steaming veggies really better than roasting them?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends. But it makes you think, right? But got to be mindful.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, we're all about those whole natural foods whenever possible, right? Just like the article says.
So be a conscious cook, not just a hungry one.
That's the key.
Okay, so balanced diet. Check. What's next?
Next is getting active. And again, I love that the article gets specific here. They recommend at least 30 minutes of exercise every single day.
Every day.
Every day. Or you could do 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity per week.
Okay, so they give you options.
Yeah.
What do they mean by moderate versus vigorous?
Right, good question. So moderate would be like, brisk walking,
Okay.
and vigorous would be something more intense, like running or swimming laps.
Okay, I get it.
And remember, it's not just about, losing weight.
Right.
It's about the overall impact on your body.
Right. Yeah, I often struggle to fit in exercise. It just feels like there's not enough time.
I know what you mean.
But I do feel better when I move my body.
Oh, absolutely. And the article actually addresses that. They say, even if you don't have a physically demanding job, make an effort to move more throughout the day.
Yeah, okay.
Little things add up.
Okay, so diet and exercise. Check and check.
Now let's talk stress.
Ooh,
You can't avoid it, but you can manage it.
for sure.
And this is important. The article lists some common physical symptoms of stress, like headaches, stomach aches, even chest pain.
Really? Chest pain?
Yeah, it can get pretty serious. So, have you experienced any of these lately?
Oh, totally. When I'm stressed, I get this like tension headache.
Yeah.
It just won't quit.
It's like your body's trying to tell you something, right?
Yeah, like a warning sign.
Exactly. So, what can we do about it?
Yeah.
Well, the article suggests a bunch of different stress-relieving techniques, things like relaxation exercises, yoga, meditation,
Okay.
practicing gratitude. And this is key.
Hmm.
Make time for things you actually enjoy doing.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
important.
got to find what works for you. right?
Yeah.
It's not one size fits all.
Yeah, and it's about recognizing that your mental health affects your physical health, too.
It's all connected,
It's all connected, yeah.
big time.
Okay, so eating well, moving our bodies, managing stress, what's next?
This one might make you groan a little.
Ah,
Routine health checkups.
ugh, hate going to the doctor.
I know, nobody loves it. But it's really important for preventative care.
Yeah,
It's like taking your car in for maintenance, right?
right.
You want to catch those small issues before they become big problems.
I guess that makes sense.
You got to be proactive, not reactive.
Okay, fine, you've convinced me. Routine checkups, they're on the list.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
All right, so what's the last step?
This one sounds easy.
Okay.
Sufficient rest.
Oh, sleep, yes, please.
Yeah, right. But we all know it can be harder than it sounds.
Oh, for sure. I'm totally guilty of staying up late and then feeling like a zombie the next day.
Yeah, it's so tempting to burn the midnight oil.
It is.
But the article really stresses how important it is to be consistent with your sleep.
Consistent.
Yeah, try to go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends.
No sleeping in on Saturdays.
I know, it's tough, but your body will thank you for it.
Okay, fine. Consistent sleep schedule. I can try that.
It's all about building good habits.
Yeah. And what else can we do? I mean, other than just, going to bed at the same time.
Well, the article suggests having a relaxing bedtime routine.
Oh, okay.
Think like a warm bath, maybe reading a book, dimming the lights.
I love a good bath before bed.
Yeah, it's so relaxing, right?
Yeah.
It signals to your body that it's time to wind down.
Yeah. So we've got balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, routine checkups, and sufficient rest.
Those are the 5 pillars, according to Halodoc.
That seems like a pretty solid foundation for a healthy life.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But I know people often have questions about specific things, stuff that maybe isn't covered in those broad steps.
Yeah, for sure.
And the good news is the Halodoc article also has this really helpful Q&A section.
Oh, nice.
So let's dive into that and see what else we can learn.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the first question is a big one. Doc, what's the best healthy lifestyle recommended to prevent heart disease?
Heart disease is a big one, right? A lot of people are worried about it.
Yeah, it's a huge concern.
What does the doctor recommend?
They really emphasize having a balanced lifestyle,
Okay.
which includes, of course, a balanced diet
Yeah.
with the right proportions of protein, fat, and carbs.
Okay.
Specifically, they say to aim for 50% carbs, 15–20% protein, and 20–25% fat.
So not about cutting out entire food groups.
No, not at all.
It's about, like,
Again, that balance.
finding that balance.
Yeah, the sweet spot
Yeah.
for your body.
Okay. I like that.
And of course, regular exercise
Yeah.
is super important. They recommend a mix of aerobic exercise and strength training.
Yeah. You know what? I just realized in our initial take on this, we kind of glossed over that distinction between aerobic and strength training.
Oh, you're right. We did.
We just kind of lumped all exercise together.
Yeah.
So for those who need a refresher, what's the difference?
Okay, so aerobic exercise, think of things like running, swimming,
Yeah.
get your heart rate up, improves your cardiovascular health. Strength training, on the other hand, is more about building muscle mass. So using weights or resistance bands.
Okay. So it's about having a well-rounded exercise routine that targets,
Different aspects.
different things. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's like having a diversified portfolio.
A diversified portfolio.
But for your health,
For your health, yeah.
speaking of balance, let's go back to that food diary idea.
Oh, yeah.
I love this.
Mm-hmm.
It's so simple, but it can be so powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not about restriction.
Right.
It's about awareness.
I love that perspective.
Mhm.
It's like understanding your habits, not like,
Not judging yourself.
yeah, not judging yourself. Yeah.
It's like holding up a mirror to
Yeah.
your diet.
Yeah.
You might be surprised by how much of something you're eating,
Mm-hmm.
or even when you're most likely to, snack on unhealthy things.
Oh my gosh. I know when I'm stressed or if I'm working late,
Yeah.
I just mindlessly snack. Like,
Yeah.
it's like my hand just goes for the chips.
It was like autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot. Yeah, yeah. And a food diary, like you said, can help you see that, and then you can make more conscious choices.
Exactly.
I like it.
You might realize, oh, wow, I'm drinking way more soda than I thought.
Yeah.
Or, I'm not eating enough veggies.
Yeah, it's information gathering, not guilt tripping.
Exactly.
And, the article also talks about choosing whole natural foods.
Ugh.
What does that actually mean, practically speaking?
Good question. It means choosing foods that are as close to their natural state as possible,
Okay.
So fruits, vegetables,
Yeah.
whole grains, lean proteins,
Is that it?
healthy fats. Think about it this way. If it comes in a box and has a bunch of ingredients you can't pronounce,
Yeah.
probably not a whole natural food.
It's probably not.
Right.
Oh.
It's like if it grew from the earth or had a mother, you're good to go.
Okay, I like that rule.
Easy to remember.
Yeah.
And those foods, they're just packed with nutrients,
Hmm.
and fiber, which is so important. It'll keep you feeling full too, which can help with weight management.
Oh, bonus.
Right. But the article also says it's okay to have treats every now and then.
Okay.
Life is about balance.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Depriving yourself completely, that just leads to like crazy cravings.
Yeah.
And then you might end up binging, which is not healthy.
Yeah, it's all about moderation and enjoyment, right?
Exactly.
Speaking of balance, let's go back to exercise.
Okay, yeah.
We talked about getting active, but the article also emphasizes variety.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's not just about hitting the treadmill every day.
Right.
You got to challenge your body in different ways.
Yeah.
Try different types of exercise like
Oh.
cardio, strength
Right.
training,
Mm-hmm.
yoga, Pilates.
Fix it up.
Yeah, keep it interesting.
Yeah.
And don't forget about rest and recovery.
Oh, yeah.
Your body needs time to repair and rebuild after a workout.
That is a good reminder because I think it's easy to get caught up in that, like, go, go, go mentality.
Oh.
But the rest is just as important as the actual exercise.
It is. It is.
Okay, so we've covered diet, exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to stress management.
Okay, stress management. This one's a biggie.
The article has some good tips, and I like how it, like, emphasizes finding what works for you.
Yeah, stress is different for everyone.
Yeah,
What stresses one person out might not even bother someone else.
totally.
And the same goes for those stress-relieving techniques.
Right, what works for one person might not work for another.
Exactly. It's all about experimentation.
Yeah, finding your own personalized stress-busting toolkit.
That's what it is.
I like that.
The article mentions things like deep breathing exercises, mindfulness meditation,
Mm-hmm.
spending time in nature.
Those are all great.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just the simple things, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like a warm bath or listening to some music or reading a good book.
Absolutely.
It's about creating those, like,
Pockets of peace.
yeah, pockets of peace.
Yeah, in your day.
I like that.
And, if you're really struggling, don't be afraid to reach out for professional help.
Yeah, that's
A
important.
therapist can give you some guidance and support,
Yeah.
to help you through those tough times.
It's about recognizing when you need that extra support and not being afraid to ask for it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got stress management.
Mm.
What's next?
Let's talk about routine health checkups.
Oh, the dreaded checkup.
I know, it's not the most fun thing.
But I think it's an area where a lot of us could use a little nudge.
Oh, absolutely. It's so easy to put those off, especially if you're feeling fine.
Yeah.
But preventative care is really important.
Right. It's about staying ahead of things, not just reacting.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Those regular checkups,
Yeah.
they allow your doctor to kind of monitor your overall health,
Yeah.
track your progress,
Okay.
and then make recommendations for you specifically to stay healthy.
Okay, that makes sense.
And don't be afraid to ask questions either.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
It's your health. You have the right to be informed
Right.
and involved in your own care.
Your doctor should be your partner. Right. Not just some authority figure.
Exactly. Open communication is key.
Okay, so we've got diet, exercise, stress management, and routine checkups.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to the final pillar, according to the Halodoc article.
The grand finale.
Sufficient rest.
Sleep. Glorious sleep.
I love sleep, but I'm so bad at prioritizing it.
Oh, I hear you.
It's just life gets so busy.
I know we live in a culture that glorifies busyness and sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
But sleep is as essential as food and water. It's when your body and your mind actually repair and recharge.
I know. It's just like between work and family and everything else,
Mhm.
sleep always ends up at the bottom of the list.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
But, the article has some good tips for prioritizing sleep.
Okay.
First and foremost, consistent sleep routine.
Oh, no, there it is again.
I know.
The consistent sleep schedule.
It's tough, but it's so worth it.
Ugh, no more sleeping in on weekends.
Think of it as an investment in your well-being.
Okay, I'll try. We'll try.
Good, I'm proud of you.
So consistent sleep schedule.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
They also suggest creating a relaxing bedtime routine.
Okay.
So like taking a bath, reading a book, maybe dimming the lights,
Mm-hmm.
listening to some calming music.
Yeah, I've heard that it's important to avoid screens for like an hour before bed.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
That blue light from screens,
Yeah.
it messes with your melatonin production,
Yeah.
which makes it harder to fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of like scrolling through my phone in bed.
Oh yeah, we all do it.
It's a bad habit.
It's a hard one to break.
But yeah, if we're serious about improving our sleep, that's something we need to do.
Definitely.
Okay, so we've covered all 5 pillars from the Halodoc article.
We did it.
Balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, routine checkups, and sufficient rest.
That's a pretty solid roadmap, I think,
It really is.
to a healthier life.
But, life isn't always linear, right?
No, it's not.
There are going to be bumps in the road and setbacks and all of that.
Oh, for sure.
We can't expect to be perfect all the time.
No, definitely not. And the article actually acknowledges that.
Okay.
It talks about being kind to yourself
Yeah.
and celebrating your successes, no matter how small they might seem.
Yeah, that's so important.
It is. It is.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Yes. Yeah.
Healthy living is a journey, not a destination.
We love that.
And it's okay to have like
Ups and downs.
ups and downs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all part of the process.
Exactly.
What matters is that you keep moving forward,
Yeah.
even if it's just one tiny step at a time.
And we don't have to do it alone, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
We can talk to our friends, our family, a healthcare professional if we need to.
Yeah, there's a whole community out there
Yeah.
of people who are on this journey with you.
We're all in this together.
We are.
And I think every step we take toward a healthier life, it's a gift to ourselves.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
So as we wrap up part 2 of our deep dive, let's just take a moment to reflect on what we've learned so far.
That's good.
We've really explored those 5 pillars of healthy living,
We have.
looking beyond just the surface level.
Going deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've talked about the importance of finding what works for you,
Yes.
being kind to yourself.
Self-compassion is key.
Yeah, and celebrating those wins no matter how big or small.
Exactly.
And that even those small changes, if you're consistent with them,
Consistency is key.
they can lead to big results.
It's true.
So as we head into part 3 of our deep dive,
Okay.
let's carry these insights with us and continue to explore, how we can create a healthier and happier and more fulfilling life.
I love it. I can't wait.
Okay, welcome back to our final part of this deep dive on healthy living. We've talked a lot about those practical steps, the eating, the exercise, all that good stuff.
Yeah, the foundations.
Yeah, but, I feel like there's another layer here we haven't really explored yet.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. True health goes way beyond just the physical stuff.
Yeah.
It's about taking care of our minds and our emotions, too.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really interesting for me.
Okay, so how do we even approach that, the mental and emotional side of health? It feels a lot less, concrete than tracking calories or going to the gym.
You're right. It's definitely more nuanced, but
Yeah.
just as important. I think one of the most powerful tools we have is cultivating a more positive mindset.
I've heard that, but it always sounds kind of, I don't know, vague. Like, how do you actually do that? Is it just like, putting on a fake smile and pretending everything's amazing?
No, not at all. It's about becoming aware of your thoughts and your beliefs, those kind of like subconscious narratives that are always running in the background of our minds.
No.
Like noticing the stories you're telling yourself, the assumptions you're making, the judgments you're passing, often without even realizing it.
So, like, paying attention to that inner voice, the one that's sometimes like our worst critic.
Exactly. And when those thoughts are negative or limiting, you challenge them. It's not about denying reality, but about like shifting your perspective, consciously choosing to focus on the positive aspects of your life.
So instead of dwelling on what's wrong, you look for what's right.
That's the idea. Practice gratitude, appreciate the good things you have, even in the midst of challenges. Celebrate your wins no matter how small they might seem.
Okay.
It's like training your mind to see the good.
It's like choosing to see the glass half full instead of half empty.
Exactly, yeah.
But it's more than just positive thinking, right? Like,
Yeah,
there's a real impact on our well-being.
absolutely. Another really important aspect is connection. We humans, we're wired for social connection.
Yeah.
We thrive on those meaningful relationships.
So nurturing friendships, spending time with loved ones, being part of a community, all that good stuff.
Exactly. And it's not just about the quantity of your connections, but the quality too.
Yeah, it's not about like how many followers you have.
Exactly. It's
And-
about having those deep, genuine connections where you feel seen and heard and understood.
Yeah, those relationships where you can truly be yourself. Yeah.
That's it. And speaking of connection, We also need to connect with ourselves, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It's easy to lose touch with ourselves when life gets busy.
So true. So connecting with yourself might look like prioritizing self-care, listening to your intuition, honoring your needs.
So, like making time for meditation or journaling, spending time in nature, those things that light us up.
Yeah, exactly. Creating space to recharge, reconnect with yourself, and just be.
Okay. And, this all ties into, I think, another really crucial element, purpose.
Ah, yes, purpose. Having a sense of meaning in our lives.
Yeah. Something that drives us makes us feel like our lives matter.
It doesn't have to be this like grand world-changing mission or anything. You could be through your work, your relationships, your hobbies, anything that gives you that sense of fulfillment, like you're contributing something valuable.
Yeah, it's that feeling of alignment, using your talents and passions to make a difference,
Exact.
even if it's just in your own little corner of the world.
And that sense of purpose that could really fuel your resilience too,
Yeah.
that ability to bounce back from challenges.
Because life throws curveballs. We all know that.
It does. It does. Resilience isn't about being like invincible or never experiencing hardship.
Right.
It's about having the tools and resources to navigate those tough times.
And come out stronger on the other side.
Exactly.
And we can actually strengthen that resilience muscle, right? It's not something we're just born with.
Absolutely. It's like any other muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. So things like self-care, having those positive relationships, developing coping mechanisms for stress, seeking support when you need it, all of that contributes to your resilience.
So building a strong foundation, mentally and emotionally, to handle whatever life throws at you.
That's a great way to put it. And remember, resilience isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about learning from your experiences, getting back up when you fall, and just continuing to move forward.
I love that. So I think this deep dive has been about so much more than just, the physical aspects of health.
We went deeper.
We did. We
Yes.
explored the mind, the body, the spirit, all of that. We talked about positivity, connection, purpose, resilience.
It's been a really holistic exploration of what it means to live a healthy and fulfilling life. And it's a journey we're all on together.
So as we wrap up this episode, let's just remember that true health is about so much more than just checking boxes or following rules.
Oh, yeah.
It's about embracing the whole journey with all the ups and downs and making choices that nourish us,
On every level.
on every level. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you learned some valuable stuff and feel inspired to create a healthier, happier life for yourself.
Absolutely. Remember, every step you take towards well-being, it's a step in the right direction.
Until next time, take care.